Class 8 Geography, Chapter 2 Land, Soil, Water, Natural Vegetation, and Wildlife Resources. Let's begin with the second topic of the chapter, that is soil. What is soil? Soil is the thin layer of material on the earth's surface. It is made up of withering rocks, minerals, water, air, and remains of dead plants and animals. You know, students, that soil which you see on the land surface, it takes hundreds of years to just form 1 centimeter. Weathering, the breaking of rocks into smaller pieces due to the temperature change, frost, and the climate change, its coldness, then hotness. So due to this, or plants, animals, and human activity. So just because of this all changes, the rocks become in the small pieces that known as weathering. Soil profile. Soil profile is defined as the vertical section of the soil from the ground surface downwards to where the soil meets the underlying rock. The topmost layer of the soil profile is topsoil. This layer we use for growing crops, and the second layer just down of this topsoil that known as subsoil. It is made up of sand, silt, and clay. Just below of this second layer, the third layer is there that known as weathered rock. And the fourth layer, or the you can say the last layer, known as parent rock. Factors affecting soil formation. Parent rock. Determine color, texture, chemical properties, mineral content. So this all thing depend on the parent rock. So what will be the color of that soil? What are the minerals inside that soil? This all that soil gets just because of this parent rock. As like we having our parents, so anyhow we know we learn something from our parents, for example, or something which comes directly from our parents, might be your eye structure or your nose or your lips or your head, forehead. So this all thing which directly we get from our parents. So the same way with happening with the soil. So whatever the structure of this main parent rock, that same structure or the colors or the minerals or that important things that get under the soil also. The next is relief. So based on altitude and slope determine the accumulation of the soil. So according to this slope or according to their condition, the another factors of soil formation. The another factor is climate. So the temperature, rainfall, this all are the another factors that according to this, the soil used to be differ in different places. And the main important point, time. Of course, how much time it will take, that much thickness will be there of soil profile. And the last point, that is flora and fauna. It means that according to this human formation, when we are moving on the land surface, so the soil becoming in small pieces, or when animals are moving or any plants they are growing. So in that condition, so whatever the stones are becoming small pieces, so this all are happening, and due to this reason the soil is forming. So these are the factors affecting the soil formation. Students, when you will see your country in India map, you can see the different types of soils are formed. Mainly, you can see the alluvial soil in the northern part of our country, black soil which are found in the Deccan Plateau, red soil, laterite soil, desert soil which are found in this Rajasthan area, the mountain soil which is found in Jammu and Kashmir in the mountainous area. So these are the different types of soil which are found in our country. Degradation of soil. That factors which lead to soil degradation are deforestation, overgrazing, overuse of chemical fertilizers or pesticides, rain, wash, landslide, and floods. Some methods of soil conservation are mulching. So before that, it's better to understand what is mulch. Mulch is a layer of material placed on the soil surface. What is mulching? It's related to the mulch. Mulching is the process of covering soil around the plants with an organic material for the good conditions of plant growth. So mainly in this condition, what happens when farmers grow any crop, they used to cover the land surface with different organic material, or the older crops, due to this they used to cover the land surface, and just while doing this, that plants get more growth and more cultivation used to occur. And that's the reason it's the best part of soil moisture, and farmers use this mulching method. The another is contour barriers. Contour is means that line which are closer to the same areas or the same height. So according to this, we are using stone, grass, soil are used to build barriers along contours. Trenches are made in front of the barriers to collect water. Rock dam. Rocks are piled up to slow down the flow of water. This prevents gullies and further soil loss. So, especially in this slope side area, people are using rock to just slow the coming speed of this water. So, just do the slow down of the speed of water. They use this rock dam. Next, terrace farming. Terrace farming is especially done in the mountain areas. It's a broad flat steeps or terrace are made on the steep slopes so that flat surface are available to grow crops. They reduce surface runoff and soil erosion. And that's the reason people are using this terrace farming in mountain areas. They just make a terrace like structure in mountain area and they grow crops, and that reduce the soil erosion. Contour plogging. Plogging parallel to the contours of a hill slope to form a natural barrier for water to flow down the slope. In mountain areas, people are using this contour plogging also, where they just make the same structure as, like, if the height of the land surface is near 800, so near this 800 lining they used to make this straight line, and in that they used to do cultivation, and this is also a best doing farming condition in mountain areas. The another we have shelter belts. In the coastal and dry region, rows of trees are planted to check the wind movement to protect soil cover. So finally, the shelter belts people are using where winds are blowing in much more speed way. So they used to plant trees in between their crops areas, and that's the reason that all wind when they come, so the soil erosion used to being less there. So less soil erosion are there, and that's the reason people are using the shelter belts in their farming areas. And the last point of this topic, that is intercropping. It means that when farmers are doing any crop of any one product, so they used to do for two different crops. In that condition, that crop get that much nutrient how much they want, and the another crop get their own nutrients. So it's good for the cultivation of the land surface also. Different crops are grown in alternative rows and are sown in different times to protect the soil from rain wash, and that's the reason people are using this intercropping in our country. Children, when you will do this activity at your home, you will get the information that why this growing crops is more better than not growing any thing on the land surface. Just take two different trays, just make little bit of 7-8 holes on that, and then put some soil in the same amount in both of them. In one, just try to grow some crops, and the another don't grow anything in that. Just do little bit slanty and put 1 mug water. What you will see, and that tray where you have not grown anything, so with the water the soil layer will be also mixed up, and that soil erosion which you can see in that tray, and the another tray where you had grown a small amount of crops, in that tray when the water will move with this the soil, thickness will be much more less in that. It means a very less amount of soil will go, and just because of this that you are growing crops in that tray. So this is the main thing to understand, that why, how you can preserve soil. We know that soil takes hundred of years to just form 1 centimeter layer. So if we want to save the layer of soil, we have to conserve it. Thank you.